Hello and welcome to an Inquisitive Crafter, episode 78. My name is Susie and I'm coming to you from the North Texas area where I live with my husband and my 3 kids. And we are full on in summer mode. Even though school has started, our faith can move mountains. That's my phrase for today. I am drinking coffee on this lovely, hot Sunday morning, and I've got things to share. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's dive right in. Well, first of all, did I say it was hot? It's hot. We're hitting a streak of triple-digit days. It's so unpleasant to be outside. Even in the morning, it's over 80 degrees as the low. And if there's not a breeze, didn't feel that great. Plus watering your lawn, that is expensive. I only water, I really want to say 1.5 times per week. Because I'm not very good at watering. I don't like it. Oh well. Anyway, I watered some this morning. I feel very virtuous. Okay, so I have finished a Christmas present for one of my brothers. It is the classic ribbed hat by Pearl Soho. All of my notes are below. Hit more a couple of times and you'll see them, and they will link you to my project pages on Ravelry. I made this with Hypnotic Yarn. My Yarnable subscription, this was the Frosty Fox colorway, I believe, and I love this colorway. It is so beautiful. I have not blocked this hat, so the stitches are a little uneven, but it is so gorgeous. I made the adult medium size, and I hope it's not too big for my brother because he does not have that big of a head, but I made a nice big brim, and it's perfect to keep the wind out of your ears, make your eyes sparkle. Anyway, I love this hat. I love it, love it, love it. Oh. Well, that'll work, I think. And it's so squishy. It's DK weight. Made with size, I think it's size 3 needles. Anyway, it's been my car knitting, and I'm very glad to be done with it. This means I get to add it to my gift box. So I have one more brother to make something for, and then I also want to make something for my parents. Well, and my kids. Okay, so many things. Okay, so I finished that, and then the next 3 items I don't have because I've given them away already, but I made the Maple Leaf Appliqué. This is a free pattern. This is a crochet pattern by Kimika Ami, and I made it with 2 scrap cotton yarns. One was a like peaches and cream, I think. And then one was a sport weight or maybe fingering weight cotton, and I don't know, it just had fall colors, and I'm just trying to get rid. I think it's fun to try to get rid of scraps, so I need a haircut. So my brother, one of my brothers, okay, so my 3 brothers all had their birthday party yesterday, or their birthday family dinner, and one brother, I had made him some coasters for his desk because he had been working at home at the time, and he loves to decorate for the seasons. And so I had made him some coasters, and then he had requested some more so he could have just like every season. So he wanted a fall one for a leaf, and they also wanted a Christmas one. So I made the Christmas tree coaster. I'm looking at my iPad over here, by Crochet 635 Knit 2. And this one was a fun one because you had to sew onto the coaster. I mean, it wasn't fun because I had a hard time with it. I crocheted the background out of some, I love this cotton that I had, and the star is out of that yarn also, but I didn't have a good green cotton yarn. I tried one and it just didn't look Christmassy enough. It was too like bluey green, I guess, and very light, and it just didn't look good. So I had an acrylic yarn that would be perfect. So I did the acrylic yarn. That worked out better anyway because I was really having a problem sewing the yarn onto the coaster. And I just told my brother, hey, if you wash this, don't dry it. Just lay it flat. And it should be okay. But those were like, I did those in a day. They were fast. They didn't take very long. Very easy patterns. Highly recommend. And then for my other two brothers, I bought them Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I am currently still reading, almost done with the first book. And so I bought them each a copy, and then I crocheted them sticky hands. This is a paid for crochet pattern by Crafty Tibbles, and it was super easy. And if I were teaching still, I would make these for my students because they were so fast and so easy. So I had some nice bright neon orange and neon yellow yarn and just made them for them. I just thought they were funny. And so I had seen a pattern. I don't know if it was this particular pattern, but I'd seen a pattern for a sticky hand bookmark. That's what these are. These are bookmarks. And it was displayed on the Dungeon Crawler Carl book. And so I thought, oh, that's what I'm going to do that. I don't know if sticky hands have anything to do in the book. Probably not, but yeah. So I was really happy, and I also gave them all cookies, and that was fun. I think it's so funny to make things for people, particularly crochet things for people. I did go through several years where my whole mission was every gift that I gave had to be crocheted, and I thought that was funny. It was just a challenge. It's nice. Okay, so those are all of my finished objects. Okay, so what I'm working on now, okay, the first thing I'm working on is my recumbent, oh, not recumbent, well, it is recumbent, but my exercise bike knitting, and this is the Rose City Roller pattern. By Maria Catherine Bryner, and it is slow going. I'm still on the first one. This is for my son, but it is going. I have these on 9-inch circulars, and my hands do not like 9-inch. Look, my hands are huge. They're big. My hands don't like this. I'm trying to find ways to relax my thumbs, which is the issue, so I can knit. And it is good to just be able to go round and round and round and round. I might try, I'm going to the movies today. I might try to take these to the movies, but maybe not. I've been trying to read on my bike and knit so I don't look at the knitting, and it's about like 50-50 whether I can do the stitches without looking or not. I dread starting the second sock. I'm ready to be done with these. It's fingering weight, not my favorite, but that's okay. I bought this to knit for my son, so by golly, I'm gonna do it. And I do like the striping. Okay, this next thing I've been working, okay, no, okay, the Wanderlust Ruana, let's talk about this. I'm thinking about frogging this. I don't know. I am not working on this project. Okay. This is a pattern by Anastasia R. Smith. Here is where I was the last time, and this is all that I've done. Again, I haven't worked on this very much. It's okay, a couple of things. I'm worried I made, like, I don't know if this is gonna fit anybody. I think I had intended this maybe for my daughter, but she is taller than I am. I'm 5'7", she's 5'9", I think. I don't know that I'm making it long enough, and I'm just not, I don't like the bobbles. Now, I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I did switch hooks. I did, people are up. I did switch, oh, and you might be able to hear my son's fan. He has a very loud fan. I did switch hooks. I was using a Furls hook, which I love the weight of, but the head was not working with this cotton yarn. This is a Lion brand Comfy Cotton, and now I'm using this Tulip Atimo, and it works so much better. So much better. So that solves some of that, but I want to work on something else similar to this, you know, like a sweater, a Ruana or something, but not this. So I don't know. I feel bad because I paid for this pattern. So I don't know. I'm just setting it aside. I have other colors that I want to work with also. This is not the most exciting color, but maybe I'll take it. I'm going on vacation soon, and maybe I'll take it. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I think it'll be hard to rip out frog, because the cotton sticks a little bit. So we'll see. I don't know. Okay, so, but I am working on some things that are more fun. So I've been working on my Advent granny square blanket that I'm making for my husband. Let me show you all the squares I've completed recently. Okay, I have this one that I have one I'm not finished. I have this one. I love this one. Look at that. Oh. Green. I hope I haven't shown you these. I have this one. I have this one. That's kind of pretty. If you like red. I have this one. I love this one. Probably because it has green in it. Oh, sorry, I should be showing it back here. And I think I've shown these before, but I have these. With my other Advent that I was working on, the leftovers, because the yarn is so variegated, with the leftovers I was still continuing squares. So I'd finish off the square, and then I'd put the leftovers into just a mishmash square. And those look fine. Now with these, the first couple ones I did were solid colors, and I started squares with them. I don't think they look so good. So the solid ones I'm going to put into my crochet jelly roll, I think, since this is DK weight yarn. But the variegated ones, like, I think that would be okay. If I put those scraps together, maybe. These just seem more solid. Anyway, I'm working away. I need to wind up some more yarn. Last night, I tried to take a skein of yarn and wind it up in a ball on my lap. That did not work out so well. I tangled it up, but I did get it unraveled. That's why this one isn't finished. It was this game. Oh, losing stitches. All right, and I don't know if I've talked about the weird struggles I've had with this, but I started this blanket one year when my husband was in the hospital. I was using a different advent. I did not write down what hook size I was using, so I tried to figure it out when I started this new advent, to figure it out what hook size would make the squares the same, and it is a D3, which makes sense if this was fingering weight, but it's DK weight. And the other yarn is DK weight too. I didn't know that. I finally found something where I referenced that it was DK weight yarn. Okay, you might be noticing that different angle, different clothes, different coffee cup. Well, I don't know what coffee cup I drank out of yesterday. Oh yes, different coffee cup. And actually it was 2 days ago. All of a sudden my whole family woke up and they all came out in the living room, which is where I am. So I had to pause that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yes, we were talking about my granny square blanket, my Advent granny square blanket, and I ended up, after that discussion, I have them hooked together. I finished this one, and I made this one. I didn't have scissors, so I just hooked them together. And then I started this one. So those are going right along. I'm gonna wind up some more. I have 3 more wound up, and I'm gonna wind up some more. So I have plenty for when I go on my vacation, which I'll talk about next time. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is I have worked a tiny little bit on my habitation throw by Helen Stewart, and I'm in the hard years here. Okay, so I'm doing 20-gram fingering weight minis. And I just decided to do all of the minis, like the entire 20 grams. So this is going to be huge. I'm on day 7. And I know I've showed this before, and you probably can't see very much progress, and I haven't really made very much progress, and I'm a very slow knitter. Here I was last time. Let me put it up in your face. Here I was last time. And okay, so I really loved the blues. The browns are interesting, but not so much. So I found my bag. Let me put it in front of you so I have visual documentation, because I never know what's in this bag. This is the rest of the minis for that. This is a Suburban Stitcher. I don't know what year this was. This was my first advent, I think. So 7. So 7 is having some visual interest of some browns popping in there. So that's interesting. And then I have, I'm sorry, there's crinkling. 8. Kind of more of the same. Stormy. My cats make me cute noises. And then 9. It's not my colors. More brown. And then finally, oh no, 10. Much more brown. So, I don't know when we get out of this brown, but it's going to make it hard for me to work on that because I don't like brown. Let me see if I can find 11. Is it going to get me better? No. There's 11. More brown. There's 12. There's 13. Ah. Okay, there's 12. And 13. I swear there were some interesting colors in here. Not that brown's not interesting, it's just not interesting to me. But I do like the speckles. Ah, 14. If I could just hang on. There's 14. But it's taking me forever. And the other thing is I lose count of my rows. You change your stitch pattern every 10 rows. And the last time I think I went 12 because you have to do it on the right side. And I'd already started digging. I wasn't counting. I had a row counter on there, like one of those chain ones. But I moved it to a different project because I wasn't working on this too much. So I want to get back to this because it'll be nice to have. It's very light and it'll be good for next summer, and it'll get an advent out of my stash so I can get another advent. I need to figure out how to put this into my rotation. My other problem is, okay, so Pigskin Party starts September 9th, I think. Is that football season kickoff, I think, is September 9th. Maybe the 7th. And you can't have any whips, works in progress, during Pigskin Party. There's one event where you can work on whips, but you just get, I mean, this is so dumb. It's imaginary points. Who cares? But I like the points. And I did win 2 prizes from the Splash Pad party, so I'd like to keep that up, you know? But, so I should only be working on things like that. If I put in some solid effort from now, what's today, the 18th? From August 18th to September 9th, then I could put this aside until the Super Bowl is over, and then I could pick this up again. That's a good plan. I really want to cast on something new. I've already wound it up. I want to make my my eye doctor always talks about my knitting, and she's been talking about how her staff for her birthday got her all crazy socks because they know how much she loves socks, and she keeps hinting. So I have this beautiful, how do I show it? It's not going to show true. Well, okay, that's good. I have this beautiful skein of Stitching with Yarn Suncatcher DK sock. And so I want to make that into some kind of sock for her. I don't know her shoe size though. So I'm thinking about making, I have a pattern for a no heel sock, like a tube sock, and it just has some stretching, and that might work. Or I could make it for my foot because she's a tall lady and I'm semi-tall. So she probably wears, I wear a size 10. If I made it to fit me, it might fit her. So I might make her Joe's Perfect Slipper Socks because that's my favorite. And make those for her. I don't know, but I see her in October, so I need to get my acting gear, but I'm not casting those on. I'm resisting being strong. So hard. Okay. The last, is this the last work in progress that I wanted to show you is my crochet jelly roll blanket. Putting my hook over here and telling myself this so I don't forget. I'm making this with a G hook, 4.0 hook. Where's the right side? Okay, the last time I showed you this, I was on stripe 3 here, and I've gone all the way to the top. And then I still have more of this color, but I didn't want to add any more right now. So I switched to this amazing Bonnie and Clyde color way. Look at, I don't know what yarn this is, whose yarn this is, but look at the blood spatter one. So I worked on that, and then I put in, I'm sorry, the sun is sunning. I put in some of my brother's hat yarn, the one that glows in black light. I had more of this yarn. I'm kind of controlling my colors because I did not want to continue in stripes next to stripes. So I have more of this colorway, and I might put it in later or do something else with it. And then I'm working on this till I get tired of it. But I'm fixing to hit, I might go like to here if I have enough yarn, and then put in a stripe for the rest. So it's going along. It's going along. I like it. I like the seeming randomness of it all. That's fun. This is a beautiful squishy blanket. My only problem is it's not very tall. Have I talked about this? So when I do the sit in my chair test, if I cover my feet with it, it comes up to my chest. So I'm sad that I didn't take this into account. So what this would be good for really is a chair cover or something to throw around your shoulders, or to give to my mother because she's short. I don't know. But that's okay. I don't think you put a border on this, so I have no chance of expanding it with a border. If I put a good 2-inch border all the way around, it would be better. I can't even imagine that. Okay, at least it's crochet, so it goes fast. What do you like? Do you like to crochet or knit? My favorite is crochet. Oh, sorry, I kicked the light. I think that's my favorite. It's just so fast. So it gives you that instant gratification for the most part. The projects that I like to do. But knitting is very nice also. So, I don't know. Okay. I have not been watching anything. Oh, that's a lie. We've started watching Strange New Worlds season 4. I think it's season 4. And we've watched 2 episodes. The first episode was awesome. The second episode was scary. I watched it like this. I did not appreciate it. And I'm curious as to how they'll bring it back. Like, what are they going to do with that? I don't know if you watch Strange New Worlds, but tell me your thoughts if you have any, because I don't know what's going to happen. My dad called me and he said he'd watched the 3rd one and that was delightful. He said it was really funny and good. And I've seen some ads. Tonight is Tuesday. Tuesday's my TV night, theoretically. I get Tuesdays and Thursdays. My husband gets all the other days, is our running joke. And he told me I'm fixing to lose Thursdays because of football. What? So I gotta, we need to watch the next episode because I've already seen releases of the next episode. No spoilers. I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it was so good at the end. It was really good at the end. And then he put in, Matt Dinniman is the author. He put in a bonus about a goblin that we had met earlier in the book that I had totally forgotten about. And I don't know where that's going. And then there's another bonus at the end of book 2. It said you'll catch up at the end of book 2. And then he put in a chapter of a different book that he written, a standalone. And I shouldn't have read those. Those kind of distracted me. Like now my mind's all muddled up as to what exactly I read. But I did buy the second book. And I'm going to start that today, I think. So we'll see how far I get to the series, if I continue. My sister and my dad and I went to a silent book reading at our library. And that was really nice. I've never done any kind of book club before. And it was fun. You meet at the library, they usher you into a room so they can make sure that because it's after hours, so they're making sure that all the patrons of the library are out before we're released to go find our, whatever seat we want. And so then they have snacks and we can go anywhere in the library we want. And you read for like an hour or so, hour and a half, and then you meet back if you want to discuss what you've read. A little, like a 30-minute thing. So it was really fun. Now there were 2 patrons that decided to talk for the last 30 minutes pretty loudly. That was irritating, especially because one of the reasons that I wanted to do the silent book reading is because I want my dad to be reading, because he's older, he needs to be engaging his mind, which he's pretty good at, but also I keep giving him books. I want him to read them. So, and how can you read a book if somebody's talking right behind you? Anyway, and then we went and heard what everybody else was reading, and that was interesting. My sister and I were reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. My dad was reading Theo of Golden. There were like 2 other people reading Theo of Golden, and I loved that book, but they weren't liking it too much. They said it wasn't a book they would have ever chosen for themselves. They were younger too. And the protagonist, the hero, I don't know. The guy in Theo of Golden is a older gentleman. And they're having that's the book club book for the fall. So that would be cool to go to that meeting. And then a guy stopped us as we were leaving to tell us that he had totally skipped one of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. He said some of them, it's just too much, but to keep going. So I thought that was funny that he was encouraging me. But I think the book that he skipped was the second book. So I'm going to read the second book because I saw it at the bookstore and had to get it. I bought Dungeon Crawler Carl from 2 of my brothers, so I'm interested to see how they like it too. It's good. Reading keeps you young, right? And gives you adventures that you wouldn't be having on your own. So, okay, that's it. That's all I got. Y'all have a great couple of weeks and try to stay cool. I'll see you soon.